Welcome! Today, we're going to build your innovation compass. We'll look at how to transform those vague ideas and wishful thoughts into a really clear strategic plan that actually leads to success. Let's dive in.
So let me ask you this. Is innovation in your company a deliberate choice, or is it more a matter of chance? Are your big ideas hitting the mark, or do they feel like random shots in the dark? We're here to help you aim better.
Because, let's be honest, without a clear strategy, innovation becomes just a collection of random ideas. You get a lot of activity, a lot of busyness, but in the end, it often just leads to regret. We need a plan to avoid that kind of innovation chaos.
Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, it all starts with a solid foundation. You've got to know why you exist and how you plan to win before you can even think about what to innovate.
This is what we call the strategic hierarchy, and you can see how each level flows right from the one above it. Your mission, your purpose, that's your why. Why do you exist? Your vision is where you're going. The strategy is your game plan for how you'll win. And only after all that's clear does your innovation strategy come in, answering the crucial question, how does innovation actually help us win?
And a huge part of any good strategy is making a choice. Because here's the thing, no company, no matter how great, can be the absolute best at everything. You have to choose your focus. You have to pick your battlefield.
This brings us to the 3 value disciplines. So are you going to win with operational excellence? That's all about efficiency, reliability, and keeping costs low. Your innovation there will be focused on process improvement and automation. Or maybe you'll win through customer intimacy, by knowing your customers better than anyone else. Here, innovation means using customer data and improving service. Or, third, are you a product leader, always having the newest, the best, the most advanced product on the market? Well, then your innovation is all about R&D, design, and new tech. The key is you choose one to lead with, and that gives your innovation a powerful, consistent direction.
All right, once you know your focus, it's time to really analyze your position and figure out your next move. And for that, we've got a fantastic strategic toolkit.
You've probably seen the classic SWOT analysis before. It's so powerful because it connects your internal world, your strengths and weaknesses, with the external world of opportunities and threats. And it gives you 4 very clear directions. You can use innovation to grow by matching your strengths to opportunities, or you can use it to improve a weakness to grab an opportunity. Sometimes innovation is about defending your turf, and other times it's about knowing when to retreat or redirect.
And here we have the Ansoff matrix. This maps out the 4 fundamental paths for growth. Are you trying to sell more of your existing products to your existing customers? That's market penetration. Taking what you already have to new markets? That's market development. Creating new stuff for your current audience, product development. Or the big one, new products for new markets. That's diversification. Each box is a totally different strategic journey.
But you have to remember the risk is not the same in each box. The further you move away from your core, from what you know and who you know, the more that risk multiplies. That top right quadrant, diversification, is by far the riskiest journey you can take.
So this leads to a great question. Are you fighting it out in a bloody red ocean where everyone's competing on the same things and margins just keep shrinking? Or are you looking for a blue ocean, a brand new, uncontested market space where the competition is just irrelevant? The whole point of a blue ocean strategy isn't to fight harder, it's to play a completely different game.
So how do you find that blue ocean? Well, this framework is your guide. Instead of just trying to outdo your rivals, you redesign your value proposition from the ground up. What industry standards can you just eliminate? What can you reduce way below what's expected? And then, on the flip side, what can you raise to a level no one has seen? And most excitingly, what new factors can you create that the industry has never offered?
And all of this brings us to a really crucial point. All these strategies, these matrices, these oceans, they mean absolutely nothing if they don't create value for the one person who matters most, the customer.
Ultimately, it all boils down to this simple but incredibly powerful formula. A customer feels they're getting value when the benefits they receive are greater than the sacrifices they have to make. As an innovator, your job is to tip that scale hard.
And listen, sacrifice is about so much more than just the price. Think about the time it takes, the effort involved, the uncertainty or anxiety a customer might feel. Innovating to reduce any of these sacrifices can be just as powerful as a price cut, and often, it's way harder for your competitors to copy.
This is especially true when you're innovating in services. Sure, the core service has to be good, but customers often judge the quality based on these 5 dimensions. Are your tools and website easy to use? Do you deliver reliably every time? How fast do you respond?
Do your people inspire trust? Do you show genuine empathy? These are all massive levers for innovation.
This idea of value builds up what we can think of as a ladder. Take coffee. At the bottom, you have a commodity, raw coffee beans. Climb a step, and you have a product, packaged coffee. Climb again, you have a service, a freshly brewed cup. But at the very top, you have an experience, that cozy coffee shop with a great atmosphere. The higher you climb this ladder, the more you can differentiate yourself and the more value you create. Your strategy is deciding which rung you want to own.
So, you've got your foundation, your analytical tools, and your customer focus. The last piece of this puzzle is staying agile and ready for a world that, as we all know, never ever stops changing.
You see, not all strategy can be planned out perfectly for years. The world's just too unpredictable. The answer is something called planned opportunism. It's about making the discovery of opportunities a systematic process. You look for those weak signals of change, you form a hypothesis about what it might mean, and then you run cheap, fast experiments to see if you're right. It's the perfect blend of long-term vision and short-term learning.
So, what signals should you be scanning for? Well, think about the massive trends reshaping every single industry. Digital transformation, shifting demographics, globalization, new tech like AI, and of course, sustainability. We're now talking about the triple bottom line: people, planet, and profit. Every one of these trends is like a giant wave. You can either get crushed by it or you can learn how to surf.
And that really is what this is all about. Strategy isn't about passively waiting to see what happens. As the great Peter Drucker said, it's about taking an active role in creating what comes next.
And that's really our goal today. The SWOT matrix, the blue ocean strategy, the value ladder, these aren't just theories from a textbook, they are practical tools. Together, they form your innovation compass, a way to navigate the future and make sure your next big move is intentional, not just accidental.
So as we wrap up, I want you to think about your own work, your own organization. Which of these tools could help you find a clearer path forward? Which strategic compass will you pick up tomorrow to turn your strategy into real, tangible success?